welcome to Know Your Universe, where we go more in depth into the ideas and concepts that just don't fit into anything else on the channel. Today I want to explain the 3 times that Batman has actually had power rings, because everyone likes to get confused and they all want to know the story of when he got them. Batman has actually had the green ring, the yellow ring, and the white ring, and a clone of Batman has actually had the black ring. So let's explain each incident and what was actually happening. And we're also going to go over some fan theories as to why Batman doesn't actually have a green power ring in the mainstream continuity. Now I'm going to begin with the in-continuity uses. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but there is no story or plot line where Batman himself is a Yellow Lantern. The entire Yellow Lantern Batman costume was created so that DC can create toys and costumes in games and such. Basically, when the Sinestro Corps was created, it was looking for members, and they went to the one individual who knows how to place fear into the bad guys. Well, this of course is Batman. But the ring claimed that Batman had conflicting emotions between fear and willpower, and at the same time Batman was trying to remove the ring. So the ring decided that Batman was a bad choice for the ring, and it left. That is where this whole Yellow Lantern Batman thing actually started, with this one page. The next appearance was during Forever Evil. Batman was looking for a way to combat Power Ring, and we discovered that he had somehow gotten his hands on a yellow Power Ring at some point. The ring itself only had about 5% of its juice left, but he did use it against Power Ring for about a page or two before it ran out. Then the use of the ring summoned Sinestro, who showed up and handled Power Ring properly. But that's it, guys. In continuity, there is no time where Batman actually became a full-fledged member of the Sinestro Corps. The same situation happened with the white Power Ring. Basically, Deadman was looking for a wielder of the ring and picked Batman. But for reasons the ring never fully revealed, it took control of Batman and told Deadman that he had made the wrong choice, and it left Batman. Now, as for the black Power Ring, in Blackest Night, it's shown that Batman has that ring, and he passed out more rings. But this actually wasn't Batman. You see, in the final Crisis event, Batman was hit by the Omega Beams, and he was sent through time. Then a clone of Batman was put in his place, and that clone was buried. So it was the clone that had the Black Lantern ring, which is why it never actually became Batman. Now the green ring, this one is interesting. I've looked far and wide, and I could not find an official reason as to why Batman never got the green ring. But I did find a good number of fan theories. Now before we go into these theories, just remember the real answer is simple. Batman and Green Lantern are 2 different superheroes, so this gives them 2 different comic books. Simple, it's more money for them. Why give Batman the Green Lantern ring and not have a Green Lantern book? But as for fan theories as to why in continuity and storyline wise this happened, my favorite theory is that when Abin Sur died, the first ring had to go out. Hal Jordan was simply the closest person to be filled with willpower. Another idea that I like is that at this time, Batman had already started his career as Batman, and thus was all about instilling fear into individuals. So when the green ring went out looking for people, it was confused because it saw all this fear in him, so it decided that he must be full of fear, so it didn't go for his willpower. Much in the same way that the yellow ring said, you have too much willpower, so you can't have fear. So basically, this theory states that Batman has the ability to instill fear for the yellow ring and has so much willpower that he can get a green ring. So the 2 emotions conflict and he can't have either. Now, before you guys go on and say, but I've seen all these panels where Batman has a green ring, there is one Elseworld story in which Batman does get the green ring, and it explores what happens if this had actually happened. This story is called Batman in the Darkest Night, and you can get it right now on Amazon or various retailers if you're interested. But it comes in place in the part of Batman's origin right after he returned to Gotham, and he couldn't figure out a way to instill fear into the villains of Gotham. Well, a ghostly figure of a dying Abin Sur appears to him and tells him that he has been chosen. Abin Sur then gives him the ring and tells him to wait here on Earth until the Guardians contact him. And he does just that by beginning his crime-fighting career as the Green Lantern. Without revealing too much of this story, just in case you want to read it, eventually Batman fights the Green Lanterns and he fights against Sinestro, who comes to Gotham. Sinestro assembles a group of normal Batman villains to work for him, such as Two-Face and Catwoman, and eventually Batman's methods conflict with the Guardians and he has to fight against them. It's worth a read if you've never read it, but it really is the only real time that Batman ever got an actual Green Lantern ring. And that's it, guys. Anytime you see an image of Batman with the ring, it's normally intended to drive sales towards some toy or a DLC costume or something DC wanted to push, or it's just fan art. Now, I do want to state one final thing. That's all that I could personally find about Batman being a lantern, so if you know of any other time that he got the other rings, let me know. But I couldn't find any time that he had Hope, Rage, Indigo, any of those. And I didn't find any in-continuity storylines in which he had the ring for longer than a page or 2. If you have any other questions that need clarification, let me know and we'll put them into the Know Your Universe series. I'm Benny for Comicstorian, and if you learned something new, please give this video a like and follow us on Twitter at Comicstorian if you want to discuss this. I'll see you guys next time right here.